The giant Lego city that I made is original. Usually when you go to the Boca Raton Lego store, there's Lego sets that already have the pieces included and the instructions, but mine is a free build, in other words known as a Lego mock. Now this is what it involves. This is what I did. I looked up videos on how to do the furniture, and I looked through all my boxes to do that, and that was very strenuous work because you had to bend, you had to turn, and you had to watch a lot of videos to figure out how to do that. So the furniture was the hardest part of the whole thing because of that. And then sometimes I'd order pieces of Bricklinks and other places, like the treasure chest that I did, for example. I watched a video on how to do that, and then I ordered the pieces of Bricklinks and other third-party brick sites, so I get them a little bit cheaper, because the Lego store, the factory in Denmark, would take an extremely long time for the pieces to come, but now they have a bestseller, which is a new factory somewhere in the United States where it can ship the best-selling pieces quicker. But the buildings, I had to figure out how to build a second floor, third floor, fourth floor without it crumbling. So what I did is I researched how to do the floors, and I realized that I needed these small base plates, not the ones that don't have the studs, but the one with the studs on the bottom, so that way it'll be even. But the Lego store didn't have it, and when I went online, I think the pieces that I ordered didn't really fit, and I had a hard time finding the right size, and you kind of have to know how big the buildings are and all that. So in the end, for the most part, for the mansion, I used whole base plates, so it looks like a mansion, a giant mansion. It was stable in the fact that it wouldn't fall, but it would be easier if the floors were slidable. I didn't quite get around to that. I kind of made it that way. The Sonic level was pretty easy. The bedroom with the red bed was pretty easy. I made a river and all that. I made a townhouse with a pool, a cafe, an engine room. It's like a floating building. I also made a repair shop, an amusement park. I made a movie theater. I made a dolphin's lair. I made a architectural center. I made a battlefield. I made a rescue tower. I made I made 12 cars. I made a recreational center with a bridge going across. I made a grocery store. I made a gas station. I made an arcade. I made a telescope, a giant telescope, which converts into a slide. I made 2 ancient buildings. I made a hotel by the telescope. I made a house by the telescope. I also made boats. I also made a gem mine. I also made trying to remember what else. I also put cars like this as well. cars like this. I also put I also had a yellow brick house, which was like a little villa for the workers. I also made a I'm trying to remember what else I made. Oh yeah, I made a place to keep the architectural equipment, an energy generator in case the power goes out, a picnic table, a garden. Oh yes, I made a garden outside the rescue tower or my hotel that I made. I also made I'm trying to remember everything. I know there's a lot more that I made than that. Shoot, I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, there was a park that I made. Yes, there was a park that I made as well. And there was a space center that I made. There was a guy who would have his own rocket station, and he would have a rocket on his back and he would go up into the sky. And then there was something else as well. Oh yeah, there was a construction site that I made. All of these were my own creation. They did not come with instructions. I made it up myself. And then there was something else. There was a Duplo train that I made. The two ancient buildings that I made were made out of Duplo bricks. I had a Duplo tower as well. I also had a vintage Lego house, very old Lego bricks that were very old-fashioned. That too. There was the vintage Lego house either looks like a big toilet, a big place where there's toilets, or like an old-fashioned house, either one. And then there was something else too. Oh yeah, I made a Lego mall. I made a Lego mall. And I made interiors to that as well. Now, I'm not really sure, but you can post pictures on YouTube, but it shows up in community. And when I went into the community section, I was not able to see any views or any likes, and I wasn't able to see any other pictures that people posted. So I'm wondering how that works. I'm wondering if you can actually get views on the pictures in the Lego community. The Lego community is a place where you can post pictures on YouTube. People always think it's a community guidelines. It's not. It's a place where you can also post pictures on YouTube, not just videos. I don't know how that works. So if you could comment below and tell me how that works, that would be good. And then there's other things that I made too. Oh yeah, there was oh yeah, the amusement park was a space amusement park. Oh yeah, and something else. There was this big black boat that I made that looks like a big freight boat that delivers cargo and things like that. Oh yeah, and then there was another small garden with green tiles and foliage, which is like plants and stuff. And then there was this whirlpool that I made that's in the middle of the ocean. I made that too, a yellow square thing that is supposed to stop boats from going further because it's past that area is unsafe. So I did that. I'm trying to remember what else I made. I'm trying to remember what else I made. I also made a lot of houses. Like there was a house, there was this house with 3 beds and a watchtower. That too. There was there's also a river. I'm trying to remember what else I bought. I'm trying to figure out what else I made. I know there's a lot more than that. I'm looking at the table to see if I can remember. Oh yeah, I made a Lego arcade. That too. Now, all the arcade machines were from my own memory. I didn't look at any YouTube videos on them. I didn't look at any videos on Google. I did that from memory. That's what I did. So everything that I build on top of the table, underneath the table, and on the other table, combined it is about 30 meters long worth of Lego. And let me see if I have a ruler here. Yes, I have a ruler. So this table is, that's 1, 2, that's 2.5. So that's 2.5 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 2.5 feet by 10 feet times 2. And then this table over here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the other table is 2 by 6. So 2 tables of 2.5 feet by 10 feet, and the other table 2 feet by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 foot by 5 foot. So that's, I estimated about 30 meters worth of Lego. So 30 meters worth of Lego is almost, it's more than a quarter way down the straightaway of a track, which really is a lot, and it probably covers a good portion vertically on the lane. That's how much Lego I've put into it, if you've ever seen a track. And I did that much planning for all of that. And now the Lego city in my old house, that was mostly instructions. I built it from instructions, but this city took quite a bit longer. I'm not sure how long it took. Probably a year to do all of that. Now, this is what I'm thinking about doing in the future. I'm going to build the other Lego sets that I haven't made yet. The ones that come with instructions. Now, those will be a piece of cake because I can do my own free Lego MOC, which is my own creation, in a year and search for all the boxes and find all the pieces. If I could do that, I could put those Lego sets up very quickly. At the moment, I'm not doing tutorials on them because you have to pay for the software, and I don't really think the software is going to be worth it unless I have a lot of views on my channel, enough to get paid. Then I'll think about getting the software for it. I know Android phones have the free software program. I know because my sister told me about the free software on Android phones. Let me see if I can remember what else that I built. You see, I made a submarine ship. And sometimes I put a little bit of non-Lego things because it makes the Lego things look better, but that's very few non-Lego things that I do. The only thing that came from instructions were those Hot Wheels Mega Block cars. Those were the only ones that came from instructions. Everything else was from my own brain, my own planning. And also because I had more time to do this, this is why I could get it done. So, what else was I going to say? I was thinking about doing something very big. Something that I could actually sit inside, but I'm not sure where I can do it. I'm not sure I can do it outside in my yard because we have cats, animals, and things like that, and they would knock it over, or the rain would come, or the gardeners would steal it, or the pool man would steal it, whatever. Someone might steal it. So it might not be a good idea. I could make something on the table here and just have one structure and not many, and I can make it very big that way, and I can see what I can do to make it. I was thinking about doing like maybe this time I can not make furniture and just work on the outside of the building, make the outside of the buildings look better and more unique. And the furniture that I put away in the bags, I'm not taking those apart because those furnitures were very hard to put together. So I'm just going to keep the furniture always together. So that way I always have furniture in case I want to put some furniture or something like that. I also have a long time ago. I don't remember, a very long time ago. There was this Lego, my own Lego creation of Flintstone Planet. And someone told me, Paul, you have like 320,000 views on that. Now, I've been going onto YouTube trying to find that video because I posted it maybe 10 years ago, 12 years ago, but I never really knew how to use it then. So if I could find that video and then transfer that video to this account, I would have a lot more views and things like that. But I did make a Flintstone Planet when I lived in 18,000 Philbrook, which is a house that I used to live in out west. And now a football player lives there now, a famous football player. Well, anyway, this Flintstone Planet weighed 50 pounds, and it was an upside down pyramid, very solid. It wasn't empty on the inside. All the pieces were all the pieces were full, and it weighed 50 pounds, and on top it looked like Flintstone Planet and all that. And I did that in the other house. Another idea that I have is I bought a motion detector light because I want to see how that would look like. I'm thinking about building a giant Lego building so big that it would have motion detector lights in it, and each time someone walks past, it would turn on. I'm thinking about doing that, but I'm not sure where I can do that because I need a big enough area, and the Lego room is not big enough because I'd have to do it on the floor. So that's, I would have to have my own house to do that. So maybe I can do something else or something. Seeing what else I built. Oh yeah. The Lego figure in the green shirt that was looking over my Lego city looks like me in my Publix uniform looking over my kingdom. Now the next section is I then put lights on my Lego city, and it looked quite haunted and all that. And what I did is I went online and I looked for the best deal for lights, and I thought, well, what lights are going to be the best? I need lights that are portable. So I bought some portable lights, and what I didn't realize is they were hard to use, and you would have to use like a stick piece to like turn it on and off, and then eventually the pieces broke. But now I found a better idea. I can get these lights that have remotes. It took a while to find them, and when I got them, I found out they were good because you can use a remote to turn them on and off. It was quite difficult to find them, but with some research I was able to. Now this is all the lights that I bought, and these lights here, and all of these here, that's like 3 strings of lights, and I also bought these are motion these are path lights, and what else did I get? Shoot. And also this. Now here's one thing to think about. One time I came in here, I didn't notice it at first, and I was tricked because there was a Lego magazine that was pressed up against the wall, and it looked like it was part of the Lego City, which I thought was quite good. And that amazed me because I never really thought of that. You could get a Lego magazine and you can push it against the wall and then put a building next to it, and it would look like there was some sort of painting on the wall, a Lego painting on the wall. So that was pretty interesting. That was something else I did that was good. What else did I do? Oh yeah, and on top of the rescue tower, I had a sign. Now this is the one thing. When I put my tower on the floor, I'm going to show you an example. When I put all these lights in it was a tall tower, but the inside was small and it was 6 feet tall. When I put all these wires inside it, what happens is when I took all the wires out of the tower, it looked really scary. And because I took the wires out of the tower and the wires scared me, I forgot, and the tower went flying and all the pieces went flying. That was my mistake, putting wires in, because believe me, a lot of wires, so many wires put together inside a tower, when you take them out, the wires are going to pop out at you and scare you. That's just the truth of it. It just looks scary, and if it looks scary, then it will scare you. That's it. So I could have kept my tower, but I wasn't really thinking. Now, at one point, the red lights inside the tower looked like they were moving. At first, I thought, oh, this looks kind of scary because it looks like the lights are actually moving. Kind of. But not really. Just for a second. The bottom of the tower was lighted. And the top, I didn't know the tower had 2 compartments. Like high up there, that there was another base plate. Like it has so many different lights, like red and blue on the bottom, and more lights on the top. Now what my last city looked like, it looked like spirits possessed it. And when I showed my mum the video of my Lego city in the dark with the lights, she thought that it was somewhere outside. She thought it was somewhere outside my house, but it wasn't. So that's why she came up and looked at it, because she said it looked so realistic, the video, that she thought I was out someplace. And she came up. Now, one of the Lego cities with the lights looks like it's like New York City, the city that never sleeps, and it looks like a big Lego. It looks like a load of skyscrapers at night. So many skyscrapers at night, and it looks like there's a lot of hotels and all that. You can't really see any of the interiors or the furniture because the lights make it look like it's one big monopolitical city. So it looks like a metropolitan city at night, and it looks so many different, like the lights gleam, like if you were from an airplane you'd be able to see it. And And then there was a Christmas boat parade that I did with the boats with all the Christmas lights. I'm going over what I took down. I have done Lego since I left high school, I think. I have 3 big rooms. I have 2 big rooms of Legos. Yes. Another thing I have is the Titanic. The Titanic Lego set. Now what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to somehow do transparent water. Actually, here's another idea that I was thinking about doing. I was thinking about having a Titanic and having real water go in and out of it. So basically I would build around, I'd put the Titanic here and I would build around it, and I'd build it around it in such a way that the water would be contained. And what I would do is I'd pour gallons of water, and it would look like the Titanic is in water, and that could be something I could do. And I could also do, I could make a Lego city, the one in the boxes, and the one with instructions, and I could see if I can make it look like the city's being flooded. And there was a YouTube video on someone who set up a big Lego city, and he put waves through it, and the waves didn't make a mess. So the idea would be to have a Lego city and make it look like it's really flooding with real water. So that would be a project I would want to do. Yeah. I think it will, whatever. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to make a Lego city with waves going through it, real water going through it. Another idea would be to use a lot of lights, so that way it looks like you can go through the light, build one city there and one city on the other side, and then one city over that, so that way it looks like you can go from each city through the transportation hole. So basically you can have one city, and then you have all these lights around that look like you can go through it, and then on the other side the same thing, like in one of those videos you saw, the explosion of lights, it looked like something in a movie that you could go through time, kind of like a time machine. So like in one of those movies, there was something that you can go through, so you can go to another place of the town. Well, that's what it looked like in the explosion of lights. And if I made some cities and then had an explosion of lights on each side, it would look like you can go from city to city.